You don't need a big space or to own your own home if you want to grow a veggie garden. Creating mobile veggie gardens means you can enjoy growing edibles wherever you live. Here's how. When it comes to choosing the best planter for your situation, think about what you like the look of and what you want to plant. This will help narrow down your selection. Let's start with the Tui Urban Oasis. Great for herbs, leafy greens, brassicas and other quick growing veggies. In mine, I'm going to plant some baby carrots, some silver beet, some pak choi and some small broccoli. Now the great thing about these is that they can harvest in about 6 to 8 weeks and then you can go another round. Now you'll notice when putting it together that it's got a reservoir in the bottom that just stores water that the plants can then draw back up as needed, making it pretty much self-watering and really low maintenance. Once built, start with a good quality vegetable mix that'll have the right blend of slow release nutrients for sustained growth and a bumper crop. And fill it up about 3 centimeters from the top. Now when spacing out your plants, check the recommendation on the back of the tag. These ones all need something a little bit different. For our baby carrots, they need about 7 centimeters. So we'll do 3 along this side. And then we'll put 2 of our silver beet, which are a bit bigger, along the back. And then 2 pak choi at the front. And then on this side, we'll put 2 of our small broccoli. We'll start with our baby carrots. Now, just gently ease these out of their containers. Pretty delicate when they're that small. Pop 1 into each hole and just gently press the soil around the sides till it's nice and firm around each plant. Then get the rest of them planted and always finish with a good watering in. And then add the handy cover for extra protection from the elements. And next up we have the Tui Mobile Vegetable Patch. Great for veggies that need some support to grow up. It's also got the water reservoir at the bottom with an opening to help check the levels and top it up. I've got my veggie mix already in and ready to go. I'm going to put 2 beans along the back, and then if they're ready, you can even start to weave them up the support. Now down this side, we'll put 2 peas. The beans should keep cropping throughout summer, and the peas you should get a crop from within about 6 to 8 weeks. And along the front, we're going to pop in some of our spring onions. Now just give all your plants a nice gentle press around the sides to firm up the soil. And as your plants continue to grow, you can extend the structure for support. Now a really popular choice for containers is tomatoes, and a tomato grow tower is perfect for the job. I've got a money maker here which is going to produce loads of really tasty fruit. They get to about 2 meters high and crop through till early autumn. Now I'm going to fill this up with tomato mix, which is full of really good nutrients, and just leave a little bit of room to get your plant in there. Just make a nice hole in the middle, same sort of depth as your pot. Put it in the hole, nice and centered, and then pull the soil back around the sides. Now we'll build the tower support, just being careful with all the flowers and the leaves, adding more rings as they grow taller. If you like the look of hanging baskets, they're a super easy and cost-effective way to get some veggies going at your place. Herbs, strawberries and tomatoes do really well, especially these tumbling toms. The coconut husk lining helps retain moisture and keeps all the soil in place. Now we've filled this with tomato mix, place it in the center, press it down and just bring the soil up around the sides. Now as the vine continues to grow, it'll hang over the side, cropping continuously throughout summer. Now depending on the space you have, good sized wooden barrels, pots or containers may just do the trick. You can even build your own using the Easy As Planter Box Guide. Now in this half barrel here, I'm going to plant zucchini, which is a great option for a beginner gardener. They're pretty much guaranteed to grow and give you heaps to harvest all summer long. Now in terms of spacing, we're only going to put 1 in. If you put in any more, it'll very soon become overcrowded. When using planters and containers, don't use regular garden soil as it tends to compact and starve the roots of oxygen. It also doesn't pack the same nutrients as veggie mix. Try to stay away from compost as well, as that can tend to burn the roots. Next up, I'm going to be planting some Salanova lettuce, one of the most popular veggie choices, making going out to grab some homegrown salad greens super easy. Now a big consideration when container gardening is they need more water as they dry out quickly. Now an added bonus of using a good veggie mix is that it contains saturate, which will actually retain the water and then release it back into the soil over time. Now you can actually add saturate to your containers or water storage granules, which also retain the moisture and then release it when needed. Right, these guys are good to go. And finally, you could also opt for a living wall, ideal for small spaces and a great way to get edibles in a city setting. There are heaps of benefits to this kind of growing, and having everything in containers means a lot less general garden maintenance. Some of the benefits of growing in containers are the only soil in your mobile planter is what you put in, so you always know exactly what's in there. Container mix has no contact with in-ground soil, so there's zero risk of chemical or other contamination with your edibles. So it's a great way to start organic gardening. You only need about half the mix in a mobile veggie garden than a regular raised garden bed, so it's easier on your pocket. On the whole, containers require less maintenance than in-ground planting and should stay weed-free. And lastly, the best thing about them is that you can take your produce with you when you move house, and it's even easier if they're on wheels. Choose a container to suit your space and make sure it gets sunlight at least part of the day. If you're renting, keep an eye on water staining the deck, moving and cleaning at the end of the season. Water daily in summer using wetting agents if needed, and check moisture levels in winter by pushing your finger into the soil. If it's feeling dry, top it up. Add a dose of fertilizer every 8 weeks. They contain dolomite lime and blood and bone, both good for the plants and for encouraging microbial activity in the soil. Refresh the mix in your containers every 6 months or so, when you shift from spring-summer crops to autumn-winter planting. As they're pretty self-contained, your plants shouldn't suffer from pests or disease, but use a pyrethrum spray if needed and ask in store about specific problems. Planting up mobile veggie gardens will transform your place and surprise you with just how much produce you can harvest. Start small and build from there. It's easy as. And make sure you subscribe to the Mitre YouTube channel for more great content, or click here to watch more.